Yes?
So tell us, Lady Rigmor, why has Bruma had such a change of heart? Considering the circumstances, surely Bruma is better off remaining a free city.
Bruma has decided to sign the noble decree and join the 6 counties of Cyrodiil, making a 7th. Therefore returning to the fold, exemplifying the county of Bruma's loyalty to the Empire, so as to legitimize the title of our beloved Emperor, Titus Mede III.
Talking of which, Lord Chancellor, I had hoped to make haste as to signing the document. Bruma wishes only the best for our county, and the continuity of the Empire. And of course, the coronation of our Emperor.
Unfortunately, the Emperor is unavailable to join us at present and wishes me to convey his sincere apologies. Please help yourselves to the refreshments provided, then return to your guest rooms here at the palace until the reschedule has been confirmed. This should take place tomorrow. The Emperor thanks you all for your patience, continued support, and understanding. If my Lady Rigmor would be so kind as to follow me, as so only to be acquainted with her designated quarters. My lady, as I have conveyed to our other noble guests, the Emperor wishes you all to remain here at the palace until the signing of the decree and the subsequent coronation have taken place. Then you will be free to return to Bruma as you see fit. An adjacent room for your companion is provided in suite, as stated in the agreement. I do apologize for any inconvenience caused, and hope your stay here will be a pleasant one, as best it can be. I would also like to take the opportunity to thank you for finally attending, and would like you to convey my respects to Lady Sigun upon your return. Please, feel free to return to our guests.
Thank you, Lord Chancellor. You have been so kind. Be assured, your respects will be conveyed as you wish. Ugh. Now I remember why I liked living at the Roxy Inn so much. I know, right? It can't be much fun for Blackwell having an icicle permanently stuck up his ass. Briathoff. Although some of it I picked up from Malsam's constant bitching and whining. Are you kidding? I'm gonna rest here for a while. All that back there has drained me. Ugh!
Good night, Dragonborn.
Dragonborn, wake up. It's time to go. Time to sign the decree. They're waiting for us in the Imperial Chamber.
Uh-huh.
To be honest, I feel relieved, but a little nervous, I guess. Dragonborn, what's wrong? Dragonborn... Okay. I was thinking of what you said, and I have decided to accept if he proposes. But what will we do? What's to stop them from coming after us when I dump Bobby? We'll be back to square one. But it's only speculation, Dragonborn. Quintus has sworn fealty to the Emperor, and he's in Hammerfell. But they have the new Imperial army. That's 6 legions, Dragonborn. Even if you did convince Quintus, that's 5-to-1 odds. How can we hold out against a siege? Even if Ingol and Cassius could muster 100 men, there's no way out. Let's cross that bridge when we come to it. After you, Dragonborn. Come on.
2 years ago, we rode into the city at the head of an army. But this army was not one of occupation. This army was not one of subjugation. No, this was an army of liberation. Liberation of an empire left buckling under the weight of poverty and recession. An empire ravished by pirates and bandits from the lawless border regions. An empire threatened by a dominion with its sights set on reclaiming this land for the Elven nations. An empire left decadent and abandoned by its predecessor. In this very room, upon this very floor, lay the crowns of this once great seat of civilization. And by legal right of combat, it was the people of this great city that placed them upon our heads. And we flourished. We became great again. We prospered and thrived. The old was replaced with the new. A new dawn, a new era, and with it, the creation of a new Imperial army to protect and serve the 6 counties of Cyrodiil and the Imperial territories. Provinces and colonies once weak, annexed and lost, were once again reclaimed, and the world trembled and knew its place. History is to be made this day, this very moment, as the county of Bruma returns to the fold. And we shall stand united as we become once again the 7 counties of Cyrodiil, to show the world our strength, our unity, and our fortitude in our wholeness. And they shall come to know of our intention to strengthen our resolve. And they shall come to know of our intention to be a global force to be reckoned with. And they shall come to know of our intention to expand our empire, as is our divine right. United under the name of the most powerful dynasty in all of Tamriel.
Countess Rigmor of Bruma, you have graced us with your presence here today to sign the noble decree. And with it, you will inherit what was set out in the White Gold Agreement, including full access to trade, a personal Imperial Legion loyal only to you, and a place at the seat of representatives here in the Imperial Chamber. By signing the decree, you forfeit your status of a free city, and by doing so revoke the corrupt, weak, and unelected international walls, and legitimize your Emperor's claim to the titles of the Meade dynasty. Do you wish to say anything before you sign?
Only that I would like to thank the Emperor for this opportunity, and thank all the noble houses for their openness and kindness since I arrived. And that all can be assured of the House of Bruma's loyalty and support.
Lord Chancellor, please proceed.
Approach the table and sign, my lady. The houses of Cyrodiil are united. Long live the Emperor!
Could I please have everyone's attention? I have an important announcement to make. As many of you might know, Countess Rigmor and I have been acquainted this past year. And I cannot think of any better occasion to tell her of my undying love for her, and to humbly ask her something that's been a long time overdue. Rigmor, it would be my greatest honor if you would become my wife.
Oh, the gods, Bobby.
Will you marry me?
Yes! Yes, of course!
Bravo, bravo. And might I say, very impressive. Oh, I think you do. Morag Sethi is sucker-punched by a master stroke of genius. Guardian and protector of Countess Rigmor of Bruma. Indeed, a title you should be very proud of. Meet me in the Temple Gardens tomorrow morning before the coronation. There are some things I would like to discuss.
Thank you, Guardian. If you have a moment. I found out what's been going on. Last night I discovered a ventilation shaft behind the wall. The shafts are connected. Every room has them. And each one has an access panel behind the banners. When Father was asleep, I inched my way in and managed to maneuver myself within earshot of Coral's room. Marag Sethius was there, discussing the fate of Bruma. For whatever reason, she wants to even the balance of power. My father commands the largest army in Cyrodiil, and has Anvil in his pocket. Anvil has access to Quintus Vitalis and his army. You know of him? Well, the plan was to set Rigmor up for a fall after she signed the decree. Mercenaries were to be paid to raid the counties of Coral and Cyrodiil, and the blame was to be put on Bruma for not taking prompt and appropriate action to stop it. They were then to call a meeting at the seat of representatives in the Imperial Chamber, and call for a vote of no confidence in the House of Bruma, which would then be dissolved. Coral and Cyrodiil were to march into Bruma County, take control, and divide it up between them. Cyrodiil was to get the iron ore deposits and the mines. Coral was to get control of the city, and with it the title of Duke of the counties of Coral and Bruma. He would demand 1,000 men, and together they would reset the balance of power in Cyrodiil. Rigmor's family are considered commoners. With Marag's persuasion, the Emperor would turn a blind eye just to appease the nobility. Exactly. But I don't think the Emperor knows about the plot. Once the coronation is over, I intend to inform my father of Marag Sethius and her possible motives. He'll know what to do. She's always been there. Many years ago, we were based in the Colovian Highlands. My father was the local bandit chieftain, and Sethius arrived with 200 men. They had parley, and we were to join them. Marag was already with Sethius. He never went anywhere without her. Over the coming years, Sethius banded together all the bandit chiefs in the border regions. We became unstoppable. Even before Titus Mede II mysteriously disappeared. On very rare occasions, Marag would disappear. No one knew where, but she always came back looking younger than she left. Something she has maintained to do to this day, leading to rumors. But Sethius didn't want to usurp the Imperial throne. Neither did my father, but Marag Sethius insisted. She has some sort of power over him, Guardian. You would think with what she has already, she'd be happy with that. But she seems to thrive on causing dissent, scheming, or sowing seeds of discord. Anyway, none of that matters now. Bruma will have the support of not only the House of Leowen, but Anvil, Skingrad, and Breville, plus Quintus' Western Army. So my work is done here, and I have you to thank for it. But I would love to be a fly on the wall later, if you catch my drift. But beware of Blackwell. He's taken a keen interest in you since you arrived. Please, call me Bobby. I bid you good night. Take good care of Rigmor for me. After the coronation tomorrow, we can plan our wedding and set things in motion.
Of course, Guardian. Thank you all for your support, and I bid you all good night.